Well, guys, in the 25 plus years of the WNBA, I believe they've been around since what, 1996? Man, it's almost 30 years, guys. Almost 30 years. And the WNBA has never made a profit. But the players, man, I'm going to blame them. Because the players, for the most part, in the WNBA are unlikable. These players, man, really want to be victims. And that was on full display last season, guys, in WNBA. These WNBA players had a golden opportunity to capitalize on Caitlin Clark coming into the WNBA because a whole bunch of people were actually watching her games. Not necessarily the WNBA. They were watching her games with the Indiana Fever. Folks, some of her games were actually outdoing NBA games. She is a megastar in the WNBA. But what happened? Oh no, the players, they had to play the victim because Caitlin Clark is white, and they didn't like that. They didn't like that. This is how deranged these WNBA players are. Not to mention also, guys, I still believe you actually got some WNBA players actually kneeling for the national anthem. Yes, I already said it before, guys, the WNBA is way more woke than the NBA. I mean, these girls in the WNBA are to the left of the NBA. I mean, they are just complete woke lunatics. Now, that actually brings us to this one WNBA player called Natasha Cloud. Now, she's actually playing in the Unrivaled League. And also, by the way, she plays in the WNBA. Don't remember which team. Doesn't matter. Don't really care. But here she is again, man. One thing about these WNBA players, they want to be victims, but yet they also want to get paid a whole bunch of money. Now, if I remember correctly, the starting salary for a WNBA player, and they only got to work like, 4 months or so? It's like $75,000. The average American is not going to be shedding a tear for you. Okay? That's not going to happen. I really do wish I got paid $75,000. That's at the low end, guys, for 4 months of work. That's it. Then after that, you can actually go overseas and play basketball. You can make $1 million. But if you truly want to actually make a whole bunch of money in the WNBA, you must grow your league. And this is something that these WNBA players refuse to actually do. They still want to be victims. So Natasha Cloud now is screaming for the WNBA to pay them more money. Yeah, you heard me correctly. I didn't say money because her words are money. What is money? I guess she actually means money. Now, in order for a company to actually pay employees, there needs to be revenue coming in. Newsflash. There's no revenue really coming in, or should I actually say profits, to tell you the truth, to actually pay the players more. In reality, guys, the WNBA should be folded. After almost 3 decades, no team has ever made a profit. The league is underwater. Even with Caitlin Clark, guys, they still lost $40 million. $40 million. But Natasha Cloud wants more money, and she wants it right now. Check this out, guys. Right over here. Unserious WNBA player who called America trash demands league starts paying players more. Yeah. Natasha Cloud, this is like 2 years ago, man, when the Supreme Court ended racism in admissions. Remember, Asian students were actually getting discriminated against, and the left went crazy because, they truly do want racism. She lost her mind. She called America trash. And when you actually go out there and call America trash, guess what? You're not going to get more people to watch you. Look at what happened to the NBA. They got political. They started trashing the country, putting BLM all over the court. And guess what? Half of the audience left and have not come back. Look here. It says Natasha Cloud is not a star in the WNBA or remotely close to being among the most popular players in the league, but that hasn't stopped her from speaking like one. Cloud, who isn't even the best player on her own Phoenix Mercury team, has made headlines over the past couple of seasons, but not for her play on the court, but with her thoughts and concerns. In 2020, Cloud opted out of the WNBA season to become a social justice warrior. In July 2023, she called America trash after the Supreme Court ruled affirmative action practices by major universities were unconstitutional. She also shared the opinion that not understanding the non-white experience is the biggest problem in the United States. Wow. Cloud made it a point to badmouth every male fan of the WNBA in May of last year as well. The thing is, one thing you don't want to do if you are a WNBA player is to badmouth the male fans of the WNBA, because newsflash, the majority of people who watch the WNBA are men. Around 65% plus that watch the WNBA are men. It is women who are not really watching the WNBA. But let's go ahead and watch this clip here, man, because Kathy Engelbert, WNBA commissioner, was actually at the basketball game the other day for Unrivaled. And maybe Natasha Cloud put this out on purpose here. Let's go ahead and listen as she's begging for money, even though WNBA doesn't have any money to give. Let's play it.
We want our money on, and we want it now. That is first and foremost. And just ultimate investment. I think we've done a really good job over the last few years, and especially over my 10-year career in the W. We've grown so much, but there's so much room left to grow. And obviously you guys see us expanding, but also just prioritizing players. I think we do a really good job here at Unrivaled of prioritizing players and making it a players league. And if we're not happy with something, I know I can go right to Claire myself. I don't have to go through an assistant or around people. Like, she pops her head in just to say happy birthday to me. Like, all those things really matter when you're trying to get a business to continue to grow and people to want to be passionate about it and want to help it grow. So I think Unrivaled, again, is just doing a good job of setting a precedence for all leagues across the board to really talk that talk and walk that walk.
Wow. Trash WNBA player, Natasha Cloud. Now, this is her numbers, man. She's not a superstar at all. Her career average in the WNBA is 8.6 points per game. Now, she did average 11.5 last season in Phoenix. But like this article says, she's not even the best player on the team. She's a mediocre to trash player. And she's begging the WNBA to pay her more money. How about this? Grow your league. That's what you got to do, man. In order to actually make more money, your league must grow. And these players have done no favors whatsoever to the WNBA. They haven't. They want to be victims. You want your money? Hey, why don't you go and do this, man? Play overseas full time. That's what you should do. Because there's definitely more money overseas playing women's basketball than in the WNBA. Why do you think Brittany Griner was actually going over there to Russia? She's making over $1 million a season over there. Whereas in the WNBA, I mean, it was, what was she getting, like 200,000 or something like that? Yeah, that was it. Go overseas. Obviously, these leagues overseas make more money. But you guys want to play victims over here and don't want to grow the game in the U.S. You guys know that there was a time when NBA players didn't live the lives that they actually get now? That was a time when NBA players actually had to have off-season jobs. Yeah, the early days of the NBA, like during the time of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain, when they played in the 50s and 60s, so the league was probably, like 20-something years old then, all these other players had to have real jobs. They did. Because there was no money. And really, the NBA really didn't take off until Bird and Magic hit the scene in like 79. And then, of course, Michael Jordan comes and everything explodes too as well. That's when the NBA got really popular. The NBA was pretty much a dead product on tape delay in the 70s. It's a long road, man. But you guys in WNBA, at this rate, man, you guys are never, ever, ever going to make money. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.